With so much development and construction in downtown Nashville, there's so many things going on, and I'm here at a brand new park that you may not even know about. It's next to the amphitheater, and I'm walking around the Betty Brown Tree Trail. I'm here with Vicki Turner, and she's gonna show us around and tell us about some of the trees. What is this one right here?
Okay, this is a Persian Ironwood. As the name indicates, it is originally from Persia, which in modern day terms would be Iran, Armenia, and Turkey. It's a member of the witch hazel family. So in the late winter, it has a witch hazel type magenta blossom.
Cool.
In the fall, it also has very, very pretty color. And when this tree gets older, it will have an exfoliating bark similar to a lace bark elm.
Yeah, very nice. So this is a really great meeting location too. I see lots of seating and benches.
Yes, you're right. When Kim Hawkins gave a tour for the Nashville Tree Foundation of this site, she explained it as being Nashville's front porch.
Yeah, it really
facing
is.
the river, and I think that just is a perfect description of what this park is, Nashville's front porch.
It is. Yeah, a lot of the seats are oriented to look at the river to connect you.
Right. So this is a yellowwood. It is native to Kentucky, and it gets its name from the fact that the heartwood is actually yellow. It's one of the few trees that has smooth bark, so similar to the bark of a beech tree.
Yeah.
And then it has very showy blossoms in the springtime.
Wonderful.
That resemble white wisteria blossoms.
This looks like a magnolia.
You are absolutely right. This is called a cucumber magnolia.
Okay.
It is native to the south. It's one of our larger magnolias. This can get to be about 75 feet tall, and it's very fast growing as well. What's unique to this tree is it has yellow blossoms. We're used to white blossoms with our magnolias, but these are yellow blossoms.
Mm-hmm. And it's also deciduous, right?
Yes.
Which where we're used to the evergreen ones.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and it is deciduous, you're correct.
Cool, so you've got a lot of really interesting species around.
There's great diversity.
I love the mix of different perennials and annuals that are interplanted throughout the whole park. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's great to have the diversity of the trees, but then also with the plant material.
Yeah. So this looks like quite a mighty oak in front of us right here.
You are right, Philip. This is an overcup oak. Just to give you a little backstory, oaks are either of the white oak family or the red oak family. And if the leaf tip ends in a bristle tip, it's in the red oak family. What's very distinctive about this tree is when it forms its acorn, about 3/4 of the acorn is enclosed by a lacy hull.
Oh yeah.
That's very, very easy to identify.
And this multi-trunked, is this another magnolia right here?
Yes, Philip, you're great with your magnolias. This is a sweet bay magnolia, and as you pointed out, it generally does have several trunks. What's interesting about this tree is that in the south, it is evergreen, and in the north, it's deciduous. And it has a tiny white flower that has a lemon scent. And then lastly, we have a black gum.
And this has those red leaves in it right now?
Exactly. The black gum is actually in the dogwood family. It is also known as a water tupelo. And the word tupelo is Greek for swamp tree. So it also likes wet, moist soil.
And it's a brilliant red too.
And
it's
it
not
ends
just a
up
dirty
being
red. It's
a brilliant red. When it gets a little bit older, the bark will sort of resemble an alligator skin, but now when it's young, it's rather smooth.
I love that there's a dog park downtown now. That's awesome.
Yeah, long overdue.
Yeah, very long overdue. So next to the entrance to the dog park is this another oak tree?
You're right, Philip. This is a white oak. We spoke earlier about the two oak families. This is firmly in the white oak family. And so rather than the bristled tips on the leaves, these are rounded lobes.
Okay.
This is really, the white oak is the royalty of the oak family. this is a tree that will grow slowly, but will live for several hundred years.
Wow.
It can get to be 100 to 120 feet tall and that wide as well.
Wow.
So it is a really magnificent, splendid tree when it is mature. Now the timber is also very valuable. The wood of the white oak is impervious to liquid. So this is the wood of preference for whiskey barrels and wine barrels. You'll want to notice this interesting sculpture. The bends in the sculpture depict the bends in the Cumberland River through Davidson County.
Sure. So running all along First Avenue right here, we've got a beautiful alley of, what are these trees?
This is a London plane tree. And this is actually a hybrid from an American sycamore and a Chinese sycamore.
Okay.
And actually the hybrid is hardier than the parents. And normally with hybrids, the seeds are not viable, but not the case with the London plane tree.
Well, yeah, I mean, this LA is very grand. I love to see that. And these will eventually arch over and touch at some point, and you'll get that nice shade.
These trees will get to be 100 feet tall.
Cool, very cool. So I've got a marker here with our tulip poplar leaf on it. Is this your seal?
Yes, it's also the Nashville Tree Foundation seal, and highly appropriate because it's also the Tennessee state tree, tulip poplar.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Well, I just love the size of this park and the trees. I can't wait to see them all grow as our city is growing.
Right,
So,
and we can all enjoy the seasons change on the Betty Brown Tree Trail.
yeah. The reason why we have this new arboretum is because of the Nashville Tree Foundation. I'm here with Pat Wallace, the current president. So tell me a little bit about the history of that and who she is.
Betty Brown was the first president, founder of the Nashville Tree Foundation in 1986. Well-known Nashvilleian, loved trees, loved her wildflower gardens, and she also, actually with Sandra Fulton, they created the first Riverfront Park, which was a very small park at the end of Broadway, but overlooking the river. And she had much grander ideas. And we are able to participate in this because of the memorial gifts that were made in her honor.
What other projects does Nashville Tree Foundation sponsor?
Well, we have two what we consider big ones. One is Relief Nashville Day on the Saturday before Thanksgiving. That began in 1998 when we had the tornado that came through the park, through downtown and into East Nashville and took away so many trees. We raised $1 million and kind of galvanized the community to replant. And so the first year it was in East Nashville. And it was something that people really liked doing, wanted to do again. So we've done it every year since then.
Yeah, wonderful. I think I've actually planted trees. I didn't realize that's what I was doing it with.
Good for you. Thanks, come again.
Sure, yeah, of course. So.
The other thing we do have is a big old tree party. And what we're doing is taking a census of the oldest and largest of the species of trees in Nashville. And so it's kind of a contest. There's no big prize, but we have a gathering to recognize that every year on the last Friday of April.
Wonderful, yeah. As a native Nashvilleian, it's wonderful to see the trees continuously being planted. I think one of the things I've heard is the best time to plant a tree is yesterday. So, and you're doing that. That's wonderful. I specifically appreciate the work that y'all do.
Thank you so much for expressing that. I will remember to share it with our whole group.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel and like us on Facebook.